Hi everyone, I'm Matt from Pure Pet Food. We make a range of natural air-dried and freeze-dried dog and cat foods, and today we're filming our video series. We're going to be speaking about the interesting topic of diarrhoea, and we've got Andy the vet who's come to join us to talk about all things of how to prevent it, what causes it, and really get to the nitty-gritty of understanding diarrhoea in general. Andy, are you okay first of all just to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Andy. I'm a small animal vet and I've been in general practice for the last 10 years.
So thanks for joining us today, Andy. So what would you say are the key causes of diarrhoea in dogs?
So diarrhoea can be caused by a whole range of different causes. It's a symptom and it's sometimes quite tricky to get to the bottom as to why it's there. Some of the typical causes are food related, so it might be that the dog's eaten something that's disagreed with them, it might be related to a food allergy or intolerance. It can be infectious, so you can think of a virus, something like parvovirus that many owners will have heard of. It can be caused by parasites that are infectious as well, so things like worms, or particularly there's a parasite called Giardia that's quite common as well. Or it can be a bacterial infection as well, so things like Campylobacter and Salmonella. There are other causes, slightly less common, so things like foreign bodies. So if the dog's eaten something that's got stuck in the intestine, then that can cause it. And then there's a few other causes as well that may need investigating.
And one thing that we often get asked, does stress play a factor in causing diarrhoea?
Yep, so stress, dogs will feel and suffer stress as humans do, and if it can become symptomatic, so they can show various symptoms of stress, one of which is diarrhoea.
And when does diarrhoea become a problem, and when should we start to worry about it and maybe think about going to see our vet?
Yeah, so the vast majority of cases of diarrhoea will clear up over a short period of time, so maybe a 24-hour or 48-hour sort of period. I think it's really important that if it lasts longer than that, or you see blood in the diarrhoea, or the dog becomes depressed, lethargic, inappetent, so not wanting to eat, and doesn't seem as bright and bouncy as they would do normally, it's really important to go and see the vet at that point.
Okay. And some of the things that we often get brought up when we're actually speaking around dietary choices is, can diarrhoea be caused when there's a change in diet?
Yeah, so that is quite a common cause of loose stools, or sometimes even diarrhoea, is that transition period from one diet to another. And that's often why we would recommend to do that slowly over a week or two, by gradually increasing the proportion of the new diet into the old diet, just to allow that time for the dog's gut to adjust to the new diet.
This is sometimes a question we get asked by owners who've got female dogs. When the dogs are coming into heat, can diarrhoea often be caused?
It's not something that we see commonly, but I wouldn't say no. I think some bitches coming into heat will probably have episodes of diarrhoea. I would probably just want to make sure that there isn't anything else there that's causing it, but I wouldn't say it's impossible that some bitches will experience diarrhoea during the heat.
And when your dog has been prescribed with diarrhoea, what should you do to treat it?
Yeah, so sometimes if the dog's has some diarrhoea, they're otherwise fit and well, they're bouncy, they're lively, they're doing their normal behaviours, they're enjoying the walks and things like that, then sometimes it is possible just to try and treat at home for a short period of time. So offering them plenty of water. Often dogs that have diarrhoea will lose a lot of water and can be prone to becoming dehydrated. You want to feed an easily digestible food, often in small quantities but more frequently through the day, to try and allow the gut to get the nutrients to heal, but not feeding them too much that makes the diarrhoea worse. And sometimes you get some probiotic pastes or supplements that can go in the food that can help to re-establish the normal gut flora as well. But I do say that if it lasts for more than a couple of days, or the dog becomes lethargic off the food, if you see any blood in the diarrhoea, then it's really important to get them in straight away, because it can become quite serious quite quickly.
And when my dog has got diarrhoea, should I think about exercising, or should I look to reduce it?
I think if they've got diarrhoea, they're often their bodies are fighting off a bug, or their immune system is working hard to try and resolve the diarrhea. I think it's really worthwhile just giving them plenty of rest during that time. I wouldn't say not walk but just maybe just a period of rest, just to allow them time to recover.
And finally, what are the key things you can do to make sure that you prevent diarrhea?
I think quite often owners will appreciate fairly quickly whether their dog is quite sensitive to changes of food or different treats and things like that. So if you are seeing that your dog's getting diarrhea on a regular basis, then it's trying to put a pattern to it, maybe create a food diary, and see whether you can link any certain treats or foods to the diarrhea. But I think generally it's maintaining a healthy lifestyle, so plenty of water, good quality diet, making sure that their dogs are fit and well otherwise, maintaining their worming, vaccinations, and then hopefully the episodes will be few and far between.
Thank you for your time today, Andy. That was really interesting.
Thank you.
And thank you everyone for watching. If you've got any further questions, you can simply put them in the comment section below and one of our team will be in touch to help.